Hey guys, so I recently decided to do a paint chrome delete, and I did my door handles, trying to focus here, door handles completely black, and in the process I could not find any videos online on how to take apart the door to that level, so I just wanted to make a video to show you guys how to do that. Alright, so to start we have to take off the door panel and the tweeter. The tweeter's pretty easy, and then the door panel, there's 3 T30 Torx screws. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Alright, for the tweeter, I'm just going to roll down the window and make it a little easier. You literally just grab it and pull straight up, and it pops off. Alright, so the tweeter's just connected to this one cable, and you literally just pull it to disconnect. It's very easy. Alright, for the next one, right here by the latch, there's this red reflector. Just use one of these little clip poppers and pop it off. And underneath of it, there is a T35 screw we need to remove. The next one, try to show you guys here. So we have the little handle. We go underneath of it. Okay, there's a plastic clip right there. We're just going to grab it with our fingers and remove it. It pops off. There's also a T30 screw behind there. And the last one is right here under the door. Again, just showing you, there's the door handle right there. So we need to remove those 3 T30 Torx screws. Alright, so getting the door panels off is actually pretty easy. The way I prefer to do it is you want to get your fingers in between the trim here. There's 3 plastic clips, one right here, here, and here, and they just kind of hook in. So what we're doing is getting underneath there, and we want to pull the clips out. So see, plastic hook right there. Just put our fingers under. Plastic hook right here. Just want to pull it past the metal. Plastic hook right there. And start popping the clips off. Okay, now we're just going to run down the door, pop the clips off. It's going to sound like it's breaking, but it's not. The clips are very good. There you go. Door panel is disconnected. To get started for the next things, we have to start removing all the wiring from this door panel so that it's completely attached. We're just going to remove all this white sound dampening. It's just attached with hooks here. You just pull it right above the hook. It's very easy to take off. Okay, put that passenger seat. Before we get started, we actually need to put the window in a specific position before we disconnect all the cables, because we won't be able to move it once we do. So to start, we're just going to disconnect these 3, and we're going to pop the clips so we can get access to this rubber gasket, and I believe this one as well. These are easy, just put your finger in. Okay. Then we're going to want to take our metal clip popper and stick it behind underneath it, and then just pop it out. And that's very important. Helps you hopefully not break the clips. Okay, then we're going to move this guy. Don't lose it. And this guy. Okay. Then we're going to roll up the window. Okay, looking in this hole, I know it's hard to see. We're going to go almost all the way to the top. We want to see, actually, can't even see it on here. Yeah, I guess we have to, I'm sorry, I forgot. We have to detach a certain cable first. This one right here. It's a 2-wire. Okay, we're gonna move this one. It's just the light. There we go. So it needs to be both of those. This cable and this one. And once we do that, the window rolls all the way up. And we need to make sure we can access that bolt and that bolt. Okay, now we can start disconnecting the rest of the cables. So there's two that are a pain in the butt. This one right here and this one right here. They're both basically the same concept, where I take a flathead screwdriver and what we need to do, this little latch is what holds it in, and we want to remove this clip. So I stick my screwdriver under here, pry it up just enough for it to clear, and then I can pull it out. Same way with this one, except here's the latch, and we want to remove this guy. Clips. And we can use this tool. And there's a number of them. There's one right here, one right here, there's one right here, and as we move on, there'll be one or two more. Okay, and the last one is right over here. We gotta do the manual door release, which can be a little tough. You need to get close to the door to relieve some of the tension on it, because you gotta pull this green thing just straight up. Okay, once it's disconnected, we're going to just simply pull it out like that. Pretty easy. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is we gotta remove a number of clips for the wiring harnesses. So we're gonna remove these 5, and then we're also gonna disconnect these 2 cables here, one for each, I guess, I don't know, this is a speaker facing inward. Green one's super easy. This one has a little gray tab on the other side. You just need to pull straight down, and then that comes undone. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like. Yeah, so see the little gray tab goes up and down. Okay. Rest we're gonna use a clip bopper. Actually, sorry, I spoke out of turn. These we can pop from the other side just by removing this panel. It actually makes it a lot easier. So to do that, we're going to need an 8mm socket head, and then we need to remove all these gray, just the gray ones on the outside. We'll get to the inner black ones after we get that off. Alright, I think I counted 12 total. And then there are, I think, 3 clips that hold it in. So just take a clip popper, shove it in the side, and we'll just start getting leverage on it. Okay. Okay, so there's a clip right here. Pops that one. Looks like the metal part just popped off. There is one over here. Oh, those clips suck. Okay, now before we actually pull it off, we want to go behind here and we want to pop these clips off. And all you really gotta do is just push in one of the tabs with a clip popper or something, and then pull it right through. It just makes it a lot easier, and then you don't have to worry about breaking the clips. So those are removed, and now we need to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these black screws, which hold in this window mechanism. And those are also 8mm socket heads. And you can see there is a clip right here that's actually holding it in from the other side, which helps for installation. Get those off. And we can, from the other side, pop that clip through so that this whole piece of plastic detaches. And then we can just feed all the wires through to remove it. Okay, now that's detached. So we're gonna leave this right in place. We're not gonna remove it. We are gonna remove the window, however, because we need to access some bolts. What's under this one? There's a bolt here that holds in the door handle, and then there's 2 that we have to get from underneath that unfortunately you just can't get with the window in the way. We're going to need a socket wrench, and a 13mm socket, a long one. And it's on there pretty tight. Then to actually remove the glass, we do need to remove this. So what I'm going to do is kind of shift the glass a little bit, get a little wiggle room to work with, and then start popping this trim up. Okay, we just want it out of the way. Don't have to actually completely remove it. And we're going to pull it up in the front by kind of tilting it and clearing the little bracket at the bottom, and then sliding it forward. And there we go. There's our window. That's kind of hard to see. Alright, so now to continue, we actually have to temporarily reconnect the control for the window. You reconnect this cable. It was one of the hard ones, which is temporarily connected to the door, so we can lower the window. Lower it all the way. Okay, and then disconnect it. I didn't even have to snap it in. Alright, so I'm gonna try to show you guys this, but it's gonna be pretty hard. Alright, so there's, in that hole, try to light it up so you can see it. There's a bolt, a nut actually. Yeah, I don't know how much I can do here for you guys. There it is, see that? So there's a nut there. There is a nut down there. And there's one more up right there. Okay, that holds the door handle in. Now there's also a cable right. See that? That connector. That little red tab needs to be depressed and then disconnected. So we're going to disconnect that first, and then we're going to remove all 3 bolts. Okay, so it needs to be slid down and depressed simultaneously to remove it. Okay. Then we're going to take our 10mm and remove those 3 screws, or those 3 nuts. That's what they look like. Okay. wrench. Okay, last one. Okay, and from the other side, I'm just gonna push it in, grab it from the inside, pull it out. There's our door handle. And then we're gonna go inside. I'm gonna show you how to take it apart and how to put it back together when you're done. So we have our door handle removed. All we need to do this is a clip popper and a screwdriver. Okay, to start we have to remove this piece. It's snapped on with 4 clips on the back. See if I can get these for you guys. So there's these 2 are easy to see. 1, 2, and that's hard right there. 3. And there's one right here, 4. So we're just going to detach those. Now the clip is removed. Now right here, there's a pin. It goes all the way through. It is holding everything in place. So we got to remove it. Remove it this way. So that's what the screwdriver is for. You can use other tools. This is what I have available. Okay. Just pull it all the way out. And then the handle just pops right out. You see I have wrap on mine. Not a big fan of wrap, so I'm painting them. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to put it back together because it's actually kind of challenging. So, important thing to note is, so here, this is where the spring goes, and the spring. Got a short lead and a long lead. The long one goes right here. So we're going to put it on the shaft thing, and then we're just going to push up against there. Now what I found is the easiest way is you want your tendency to put the spring like that. You actually want it resting right there. And the reason is because the spring rests right in that groove. And if you put it underneath, it actually can't reach it. It's kind of tricky. So you want to slide it back into the spot. There's a little groove right here for this round piece. And you kind of want to push it in while holding the spring down. And I know you can't see it here, but you just want to look really close and make sure that the spring gets in that groove. Okay? And then if it does, see I just popped it off, it will spring back properly. If it doesn't spring back properly, then you've missed it. And so it can take a couple tries. And it just popped off there. But yeah, that's what you need to do. It's just kind of hard to do this on camera, where I don't really have room to work that I would normally have. Okay, so I can see it's actually there resting in the groove. If I put this in just a little bit, now we'll see it springs back properly. If it's not doing that, it's not right. There's also a little gear down here. You can see it spins. It won't be engaging that if the spring's not in the right position. So then when you're done, you just drive that back in, pop your clips back on, and then just undo everything that we did earlier to put the whole car back together.